Hey y'all, come look at this.
What's up, Goblin Nation? It's Jibrian, and today's story may shock you to your core. I'm gonna be honest, when I found out, I started crying and someone peed my pants. My favorite Jujutsu Kaisen game, Kaisen, wonder how they came up with that name, recently announced that they were moving development over to a sequel, Kaisen 2. Why would they stop development on the first game, and what are they trying to hide from us? Those are the questions we will be answering today. If you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, then you might understand this next part, because I am cursed. Cursed with a great audience. Let's give a shout out to the Goblin Army. Enlist and join the Discord today since we're putting together a crew for RLCs and we need new recruits. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video and buckle in because delicious times are ahead of you. To get us started, let's show what they were working on before they decided to move to a sequel. Here they showed off parts of the map they were working on. I think it's a lot more detailed than what they had in the base game. Oh, and they had recently added a new weapon, Toji's Inverted Spear. Here's a look at one of its moves. You know, kids play this game, right? A lot of their character models have gotten a lot better lately, probably because they hired an actual team and it's not just like one developer. Like, for example, this Bugman looks really high quality. Oh my god, I need to censor that. Actually, I think that makes it a lot worse. When Cursed Transfiguration released in the game, it was actually terrible, but they've recently been reworking it to be a lot cooler and more true to the anime. If you take a quick look at the game's version versus the anime's version, there's actually a pretty good comparison going on. You can tell how much more detail they put into it this time just by looking at the arm blades. You can see all the little serrations they have on the side and, you know, the wear on the metal. Oh, and this is one of the moves that it's going to have. Honestly, I don't know how fast this is going to be, but I can imagine getting jump scared by this. This looks terrifying too, and you can't really tell how big it is, but in the next image you kind of get a comparison. I believe this is the same move as the one previously, but, you know, colored and textured differently. It might even be a version when you're in your mode that's bigger. Speaking of mode, this transformation actually looks really cool. I always thought Mahito's transformation was awesome, so it's really nice to see it in game. Oh, and here's the one that's actually loaded into the map, so you can see the lighting effects on it. I really like how it makes you taller too. Oh, and they released Hollow Purple too. Honestly, this one looks sick. I'm sure you could nitpick it, but honestly, for a Roblox game, that's more than good enough in my eyes. I don't know. Man, that actually looks crazy, and you can see the trail the blast leaves behind on the ground. They reworked some of their fighting styles and overhauled the visual effects, and I think they just look a lot better now. Way more like the anime than it used to be. These are actually two different fighting styles I'm showing right here, but they kind of look the same because of the way the energy is. You can see one focuses mostly on punching and the other one's kicking, to at least make them stand out a bit. The city map they're working on looked really good. I was really excited to play on it, and I'm sure they said they're going to keep updating the game, so I'm not sure if it's going to come out or if this is going to be pushed to part 2. You can really see the detail in the second image here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting that in the thumbnail. Now let's take a look at the actual announcement for Kaisen 2 to see what we can expect. The first thing to mention is the new storyline that they're going to end up redoing. I think this is a great idea because the storyline is kind of, you know, boring and bare bones in the first game. You can tell it's kind of just there because they feel like it has to be there so that way you have, like, you know, a path to go down. And then they'd be remaking a lot of the stuff like the UI, the movement system, and then a lot of the curses are probably going to get reworked. Honestly, I'm in favor of everything being reworked because the old stuff just doesn't compare to the new stuff, and it's kind of weird seeing it out of place, you know, like the map is so much lower quality than some of the curses. Aside from graphical stuff, which you can kind of imagine, it's kind of hard to comment on some of this stuff where it's like new curses, you know, new weapons, because it's like, obviously we have to see it to know what it's going to be like. I'm a lot more interested in stuff like, you know, new drop systems, new boss systems, new inventory systems, like all the systems I think really shape the game more than anything else. Like, you can keep adding abilities and weapons, but if the base is bad, then it's all going to be bad. So I think that's probably why they decided to make a second game. Maybe it's that, or the fact that they can't get anyone to cover the game because the updates are so small. Just a feeling I have. I'm just glad they're going to transfer over game passes for, you know, some of the curses that you bought, so you didn't waste all your money if you bought them in the first game, and that means you can still go and buy them right now. There are no plans to take the first game down, so you can still play it right now if you want, if you're excited for, you know, the sequel and don't want to wait, or, you know, just want to go down some nostalgia. And that's about all I have to say on the game. Honestly, I hope they get some, you know, viewers and players over, since they seem like they have a pretty good team now, and talking to the developers previously, I know he's a MSys guy is a pretty good guy. If you got this far in the video, don't forget to like and subscribe because honestly you kind of owe me. And if you like this type of content, subscribe to my friend Hypnose because he also makes good content, and I'll, you know, post a link at the end right here in the card. If you do end up joining the Discord and you want to be a Marine, he's the one you will be following, so, you know, a link for that also in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and it's about to be 7 AM, so I'm going to sleep. is what I'd like to say, but I still need a subtitle and, make the thumbnail and set this to upload.